name is Kendra.
And I'm Victoria.
And welcome to the Horry County Solid Waste Authority.
Also known as the Landfill.
We are located at 1886 on Highway 90 in Conway, and we want to go on a tour today.
Yes. You guys want to go?
I think you should. We're going to take you with us.
Yes. Y'all always look for that brick building with the green tin roof, and that's where we'll be.
You can find us there.
Y'all come on.
The first part of our tour is behind us here, and this is the Scales House. Yeah. So this is a very vital, important part of what we do here at the landfill, and it's your first stop.
Yes, absolutely. So it's just like what it says, it's a Scales House. So just like when you go to the doctor and it weighs you, we do that with the trucks here. So they come in, they have to stop, and they get weighed first, so we can know how much garbage is coming in, and also how much we charge them.
Exactly. And again, we're keeping track of where they're coming from, because we only accept garbage from Horry County, and this is another way that we get to control what is coming in. We get about 500 garbage trucks every day.
That's so sad.
And again, that's just from Horry County, and the average garbage truck weighs about 10 tons. So you can imagine the trash that's coming into here. Yeah. And recycling is not mandatory, so that's something to think about too as we take you on this tour. Recycling is a choice, so maybe after this you'll make the good choice to reduce the waste and recycle.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's continue on.
Let's do landscaping material.
Okay.
Okay, here we are at the landscaping material where you would actually come and purchase any material for your landscaping.
Yeah, so like mulch or even the glass aggregate.
Yes, or even compost.
And it's super popular too, so always call before you come.
Yes.
Because we run out of it all the time. Like all of the material is sometimes gone.
Yeah, so we have two different kinds of compost. We have the enhanced compost, which has got your food waste in it, as well as just the regular ground up yard waste.
And it's good stuff.
Yes, I use it in my garden. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. And then as far as we have three different kinds of colored mulch. We have the red, the brown, and the black. And then we also have a natural mulch.
Yeah, and if you want to see a price list, it's on our website, www.solidwasteauthority.org. And again, remember to call before you come.
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget to check out the glass too. We have the two different sizes. We have the bigger size, which is the most popular. It's like sparkly diamonds.
It is so sparkly, but when it rains and then the sun glistens down on it, it's fantastic.
Absolutely. And we also make sand out of it because your glass is made from sand. So here, we make it back into sand. So that's just one way we can recycle it and keep it out of the landfill, which we're really proud of.
Love it.
All right, let's go check out this expansion.
Let's go. This is a newly completed section that the C&D will move out to. And again, C&D is construction and demolition. That is the current hill there.
And this new expansion will take us out to the year 2053, which gives us 10 more years of landfill space for this material, which is really amazing and something that we're really proud of, because we want this landfill to last as long as possible, because it will be our only landfill in Horry County.
And with this expansion, we won't have to build another one somewhere else so soon.
Right, exactly. And this landfill is currently not lined. It is not mandatory because there is no methane that is being produced. There's a little bit, but not enough to capture. So it is not mandatory for this to be lined. However, for your household waste, which is our MSW, it is lined, and we'll get into that in just a minute.
We are on top of MSW, which is Municipal Solid Waste, and
Say
I can tell you,
5 times fast.
wow.
Woo, it stinks up here.
It's pretty potent today.
It is very, very strong, but that is why we pull out the methane gas that we were just discussing. As you can see this pipe behind us, that is what extracts that methane gas. And we do something really incredible with that gas here.
We do.
Yeah, so this actually turns into electricity, which is incredible. It's recycled methane gas, who would have thought?
So we have hundreds of these pipes that are poking around the MSW landfill, and these act like a vacuum system. So what they're doing is they're sucking up the methane gas and then distributing it to 3 engines, which we'll show you in a bit. But it is kind of cool that we're taking something old and making it into something new. We're doing a reusable form instead of just letting it go out into the environment. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely. And check out that compactor behind us. That is one massive machine. I don't know if you can see from the video, but there's spikes on this compactor, and it really breaks up all that garbage that comes in, try to compact all that trash as much as possible, because that's one of our main, most important goals here, is to try to compact that to save room.
That machine also, as it compacts, we've actually won like awards for that, to having the best compaction rates, which is kind of funny. But the more we squish, the more we can fit in, and the more we fit in, the longer the landfill will last. And that's our ultimate goal here, is to make the landfill last as long as possible. Currently, the tallest height of the landfill is 130 feet, and we're anticipating that to last until the year 2053 also, at which time we'll be about 250 feet at this particular location.
And where we are, you can actually see the hotels from the beach.
Yeah.
From up here. So imagine, the beach has mountains. Who would have thought? We're on a trash mountain.
Welcome to the only mountains in Horry County.
And we did have a bald eagle out here just a second ago. I wish he was still here. Whenever we drove up, he flew off. But we do have about 40 to 50 bald eagles out here, the most in our county. So if you like to bird watch or anything like that, come out here. Let us show you firsthand all these bald eagles. They're gorgeous.
They are cool birds. And we have lots of buzzards and, lots of seagulls. The seagulls come back in the wintertime, because this is easy hunting right here.
Yes, we have bird-nados, y'all. Bird-nados.
We do. And we talked earlier about liners. So the MSW landfill is lined. And what that means is when it's constructed, normally a landfill would be deep in the ground, but because we're so close to the ocean, so close to the water table, ours just kind of sits above ground level, or groundwater level, right? And then we put down some sand and some clay and a plastic liner. So as the landfill gets higher and higher, that liner also encompasses the MSW. And what that does is it protects air quality and it protects groundwater, because those are two very important things that we need to make sure that we don't pollute. I like drinking clean water.
Absolutely.
I like breathing clean air. And we like animals.
Yes, so, absolutely, absolutely.
We definitely want to do our part, and that is regulated. We have to follow strict mandates to make sure that we are following proper procedures. And so it's really cool that we are an integrated solid waste management system.
Yes, yes.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, I can't. I'm not going to try. But it's kind of, in a simpler way to put it, it's like putting all your trash into a big giant Ziploc bag.
Yep.
That's basically what it is.
Yep.
So it seals it, it contains it. The only thing, as you can see, there is no lid on a landfill. So those lighter materials will blow away. So for example, your plastic bags, please don't throw away any kind of plastic film, stuff like that, and recycle those. Take those back to the store. But recycling is also, along with the compaction, is a great way to reduce the waste that goes here.
Yeah, it is.
So.
And then speaking of not having a lid, so at the end of each shift, or the end of each day, we have to cover the landfill up with 6 inches of cover, what we call daily cover. And the reason for that is just that. So we don't cause any more litter to happen, and we can keep the critters out of there. And then that also helps us manage the smell, because woo! You can imagine what it's like right now.
Speaking of smell, let's go to see something else. We'll go talk about the methane gas.
Yeah.
So here we are at the Green Power Facility, and this is where all the methane is actually captured and sent to. Those 3 green engines right behind us, that is actually what produces the electricity.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And at capacity, when each of these engines are running, it can power up to 7% of the electricity in Horry County.
It's amazing.
So, and it's all pumped back into the main grid for Horry County, and that just blows my mind. So what that looks like, again, when they're all working at maximum capacity, that looks like 2,100 homes.
It's amazing.
It is, it is. And again, it's taking something that would normally be released into the atmosphere and cause, the greenhouse effect and hurt our ozone, and we're capturing it and turning it into a usable system. It's just awesome. It's so awesome.
And then anything that's when we get a lot of methane gas that might, over abundance or over capacity these systems, we actually flare it. But the flare is not harmful. It is clean air. There's no smoke or anything that comes from the flare. It's not on currently right now, but if you ever want to come see it in person, you know where to come. So we're going to go talk about one more stinky object
Yeah.
or liquid, I should say.
We've talked about it before, but it doesn't get any better.
Yeah, this is even worse than the MSW. So now we're going to go talk about the Lychee. So y'all come on.
All right, so here we are at the Lychee Tanks. And no, I'm sorry, these are not swimming pools.
No, we're not getting in. We're not swimming.
Yeah, you probably have to take about 5 showers,
Oh,
and
that'd
you
be
probably still smell for like 3
gross.
days.
Oh. But each of these tanks hold about 300,000 gallons of leachate. And what leachate is garbage juice. So we have drains at the bottom of the landfill, and those drains lead to these 2 tanks. So again, it acts like a
Filtering system.
Exactly. So these 2 tanks are like giant toilets, and so they flush, and it's a continuous swirl, a stinky swirl, if you will, of about 55 gallons a minute when both tanks are full. Each month they do have to be cleaned out. Go rotor people.
And all this is sent to Grand Stream Water and Sewer, where they do clean it and filter it just like your sewer water.
Right.
And eventually it would end up in the Walkmall River, or even to water some sod farms.
Yeah.
So again, it gets recycled.
It does, but it's brown in color, and again, it's not nice. And just to let you know, you guys have leachate at your house. We have thousands of gallons of it here. And what that is if you've ever noticed at the bottom of your trash bag, there's a liquid at the bottom of the bag. That's leachate. If you've ever accidentally ripped the bag off and gotten it on you, that's leachate. We recycle your leachate here too.
Oh yes, oh yes. So let's go see one more thing. Speaking of sod farms, we're going to go check out the compost. That would be really great for any kind of sod farm or garden. And yeah, let's go check
Here
that
we are
out.
at our last stop of this amazing landfill tour. We are here at our compost facility, and as you can see behind me, it looks kind of dirty, doesn't it?
It does look dirty. What is all this stuff in here?
I mean, what is that? That is actually the food waste.
It is, it is. You got some milk cartons in there, and some tomatoes, and some carrots, and we've got little gardens sprouted up here and there. There's some squash growing over there. There's tomato growing over there.
Yes, yes. So all the schools in the county, like we said earlier, they participate in this program, and all the food waste is brought here, and it's actually mixed into these compost rows for about 120 days till it fully decomposes, and then we filter and clean out that compost, and then we sell it just like we told you at the beginning of our video.
Yeah, it's kind of neat to see the whole thing in
Full circle. Yeah, just like a recycling symbol. You want to be
Yes.
full circle.
We closed the loop today.
Yes, we sure did. We sure did. And if you can even see that big giant mound behind us, that's where everything gets grinded up as far as the mulch goes. So
Yep.
this is where it all happens right here.
We have a machine that grinds it up. We have a machine that aerates it. We have a machine that cleans it.
Yes.
Then we sell it back to the public or give it to schools for free. We
Yes, we do.
And then it's just, like you said, it's a complete cycle. And
Absolutely.
it's just,
We try to
happy.
recycle
It's a
everything
happy
here.
Thing. We do.
It's amazing. We work at a landfill, but we're trying to recycle everything.
Save the world.
Absolutely. So thank y'all for helping us protect tomorrow's environment today.
Thank you for
and
coming on our
taking
tour.
The tour with us.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. And we look forward to seeing you in person too.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great day.
Invite us to your classrooms.